Dámy a pánové, jsem u pokračování ze hry Metal Gear Solid. No jsme měli boss fight s Ravenem, což byl za mě jeden z nejhorších boss fightů, za mě nezáživných boss fightů vůbec, co kurva je v Metal Gearu. Takže jo, asi nějak tak. A teď se musíme dostat tam na druhou stranu. To je security level 7, mám 7 kartu, mám 7 kartu. Mám čefy, mám čefy, takže jsme starádi. Můžeme se počkám, až to bouchnem, protože je tady to, že by mi to roztrhalo prdel na cáry. Tudyma doleva by se mělo jít přímo k Metal Gearu, to si pamatuju ještě z Metal Gear Solid 4, když jste se sem vraceli. Pejče, jsem měl nechtít 2 čefy. No nevadí, tak dvojitý efekt. Vůbec nevím, jak jsme daleko ke konci hry, tyjo, vůbec, upřímně, ale myslím, že už tak moc daleko ne, protože jsme víceméně si mohli úplně všechny Foxhound membry. A teďko vlastně myslím, že jediný, co budeme řešit, tak budou tady ty karty. Tak ta karta je modrá. Jo, to je tohle, protože my vlastně teďko, my budeme muset dělat potom jen takovou backtrackingovou záležitost, která je fakt jako otravná čurák. A oni ty karty, oni se měnějí podle, myslím, že teploty. A tam budeme potřebovat 3 karty. Budeme potřebovat, co si pamatuju, taky mít červenou kartu, kterou dostaneme v té ohnivý, jakoby, tak nevím, jak to píče, jak je to český slovo, v ty vole, no. Mám to na jazyku, ale vůbec to jako nevím, ty vole. Prostě s tou lávou, pak teď máme modrou, tak o tom, že jsme byli v tom mrazu. A potom budeme potřebovat ještě jednu právě. Jediný problém je, že vůbec nevím to piči jakou, ty vole, pak. Žlutou, myslím, že ale vůbec nevím, kde dostanem, ty vole. Co fakt? To voda jako jedovatá, nebo co? Zajímavý.
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
Jamming, kurva.
Snake, it's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
Kontrolní místnost. Ještě tam ale potřebujeme z druhé strany. Kurva. Ještě musíme obejít. Jo. Hele, tam někdo je? Ocelot a liquid, ty vole. Hovado, ty vole, přežilo na tu helikoptéru, hajzl. Což mi teď vlastně připomínalo, ty my jsme vlastně mohli mít kurva jeden zajímavý dialog do píče. Já jsem pominul. Škoda.
Snake, I did it!
You got past security?
Bingo!
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
Yeah, we learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses. Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? You still have it?
No. Ocelot took it from me.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Vlastně u toho boss fightu s tou Sniper Wolf, tam vlastně u nějaký zdi, myslím, že tam vpravo, jak jsem tam čupil s tou Nikitou, tak tam vlastně byl padák a tam vlastně mohl být dialog, že vlastně je možný, že to Liquid přežil, což ale takový ty vole, aby to přežil ty vole, tak ty piči by musel mít kliku jako prdel. To musel mít kliku jako prdel, kurva, že jo, protože ty piči by to rozsekalo, že jo, ta vrtule. Tohle, žádná stráž a pak tady je prostě jeden jediný zmrt. To jsou fakt zmrdi, ty vole.
Snake!
Did you find it?
No, I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Well, that's part of it. Armstech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No, there's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid?
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the President will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the President's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes. The President will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion. $1 billion?
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox-Die vaccine in our demands.
Fox-Die. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this Fox-Die was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Galukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the Genome Soldier's brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What do you say?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Galukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours!
What about your promise to Colonel Galukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is in it again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Armstech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top-secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see the override system that the President was talking about. It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got 1 of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes. It's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in 1. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. Input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that?
Damn! The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake! This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
Kurva, hej, to je to skurvený kliše. Kurva. Do piči. Už zase nemám do piči ten body armor, kurva. A já to míření možná budu požádat radši páčku, ty vole, neboť na těch šipkách to je takový, no, takový asi jaký to je, že? Dobře, že klíč nám spadl úplně dolů, asi do té vody bych si typl. Moment. Mám ten klíč, nice. Fuj. Dobrý, takže teď mám ten klíč, takže teď tady potřebuju co tedy? Tak tady potřebuju mít dvě různý temperatures.
You found the card key, right? First comes the room temperature key. Put it into the far left terminal in the control room. That key is actually an IC card. Its connector pins and main body are made of a shape memory alloy. It's designed so that unless it's been changed to the correct shape, it won't be recognized by the PAL code input terminal in the control room, and the detonation code won't be entered.
Aha, ok. Dobře, teď máme tady tu žlutou variantu. Takže to je ten temperature. Takže teď se vrátíme nahoru, dáme tam tady ten kód. A pak musíme pro ten zbytek, takže budeme se muset backtrackovat docela hodně často do píče. Budeme muset jít teď vole do tý. No ty vole, my to vlastně děláme takhle, my teď tam dáme ten žlutý. Potom budeme muset jít přes tu ohnivou místnost. Do té mrazivý, že jo, že byla Sniper Wolf. Potom se budeme muset vrátit úplně semhle. Zadat ten modrý kód. A potom budeme muset udělat úplně to samý, ale vrátit se do té ohnivé místnosti. Ty je pičo, to je backtracking jako kokot. Ale už jsme blízko ke konci hry. Už jsme hodně blízko. Takže si typu, že tady tu epizodu, jestli to všechno vyjde, tak tady té epizodě doděláme tuhletu, ale tam je vole zase. Tady té epizodě bychom měli možná snad stihnout snad udělat všechny tyhle ty pičoviny. To! A najednou se tady zjeví nějaký pičus. How original, mate. Už je můžu prosím vylít, ty vole? Kurva měl bejt teďkon, vole. Neoriginální pičovina. Hele, můžou, no dobrý ještě, ráno. A to je pičovina fakt tak tomu prvním Metal Gearu, že prostě jakmile vás někdo odhalí takhle z remáku, tak jste v kundě, vole, a potom také na vás budou furt nabíjat ty debilové. To je pičovina tady tu upřímně, co udělali. Takže tam teď nebudeme tenhle ten žlutý klíč. A teď musíme jít ven. To nemáme, bohužel.
That takes care of PAL code number 1. Now PAL number 2. Freeze the key.
Takže vlastně počkej, my vlastně nemusíme jít vlastně teoreticky. My vlastně nemusíme jít teoreticky tam ven. My vlastně můžeme jít tam, kde byl Vulcan a Raven. Kurva, to nám honí usnadní tu práci naší. Do prdele práce. Já nejsem jistý, kde teď se nejsem jistý, jestli ten boss fight s tím Ravenem je před nebo po. Ne, před vlastně. Před tou ohňovou sračkou. Dobrý. A jsme docela v klidu, no. To je docela dobrý. Je to docela dobrý, no. A že to tady v dnešní epizodě podle mě asi stihneme, no. Takže příští epizoda bude dost možná předposlední, no. Jestli to vyjde všechno tak, jak to zatím vypadá. Pardon. Ten kašel jsem začíná fakt srát, ty vole. Budeme muset být nějakou další dobu tady. Já by to takhle fungovat snad, ne? Že ty konzoly jenom budeme stát, ty vole. Už to máme, výborně, takže můžeme odsaď vypadnout. Security karta a jdeme. Teď musíme být rychlí, aby se nám nezměnilo ten temperature té karty. Když budeme delší dobu otálet, tak se nám rozmrazí ta karta, což nechcem, že jo. Teoreticky by jsem asi mohl možná využít ten stun granát, co? Abych tam tu svý stanul. Skurný backtracking, no. To bude chvíli trvat. Dobrý. Tak to nějak načíst, ty svině.
Okay, there goes pal code number 2. Next comes pal number 3. Warm the key.
Okay. No, aha, a najednou to si to animací, no, to je kurva vtipný, hoči. Jsou vtipný najednou, vole. To piči, já budu muset svět nahoru. Kurva. A to bude obtížný, ty vole. Doufám, že nebudou zase přepadovky, kurva. A ty fakt nejsem zvědavej. To pak ale bude prdel, ty vole, jsem s tím červeným klíčem, ty vole, doběhnout až k Rexovi. To bude muset být, kurva, rychlý, aby se nám nezměnila na tom klíči teplota, kurva. Jak to v prdeli.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox dye. Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, I mean, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah.
Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox Dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
No, takže Naomi je špionka. A ty smrti, které se tady staly, tak nebyly náhodný, jo. Což jako víceméně dávalo smysl, že jo, aby z ničeho nic, jako dvě postavy tady umřely z ničeho nic na stejnou, vole, jako na stejnou smrt, ty vole, jako to je docela dost podezřelý, ještě tomu, vole, těsně s tím, no, těsně potom, kunda. Co to pičo je, vole? Ještě tady náhodou i ten, vole. No to je dobrý. Ježiš, tak tady ty epizody to asi nastěnem, ty vole, nebo to možná nastěnem jen tak, ty vole, tam zadat ty klíče, ale to nepochybuji, tam to možná 15 minut a musíme vždycky čekat na ten skurvený výtah, než vůbec někam dojede. No, třeba jako teď, vole. Tak to si započítáme dohromady tak 4 minuty času, vole, v tom výtahu a tak to nesli nemají za piču. Hovno. Pak to čumím. Tak a jsme tady, teď potřebujeme tuhletu dát na červenou. Ty ale aby se to pak ale stihli se vrátit s tou kartou, ty vole, tam. Vzhledem k tomu, že nám teď z té modrý zmizela, už jo, máme jít zase zpátky na žlutou, no ty pičo. Mít silme takhle, ty vole, tam to, tady by to mohlo fungovat líp, ty vole. Protože tady musí být hejc jako kráva. Chtěli tady minutu nějak cca, tak schválně, jo. Tyjo. Poslední tak 2 epizody, když počítám tuhletu, tak 3. Máme kompletně Metal Gear sérii, tady tu HD kolekci dohranou, no. Vlastně to volume 1. Takže pak jako, co jsem chtěl natáčet, taky Batman, Arkham City a Arkham Asylum, který už tady mám asi 4 nebo 3 měsíce koupený. Když jsem takom fakt dostal chuť si zahrát kurva Zaklínače 3 do prdele a právě že mi napadlo, že bych teďko že bych teďko zatím natáčel Zaklínače 3, ale to je typičně dlouhá hra, jak se vidí, takže úplně nevím, jestli to mám jako zkoušet. Ale ještě vidím. Třeba to udělám tak, že budu natáčet Zaklínače a Batmana. To je jednoduchý. A přeje Rudy, výborně, takže můžeme odsaď.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes. But not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification. My reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who is he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox? No. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox-Die? Fox-Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox-Die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then, they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi.
What?
You must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox Dye.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with Fox Dye as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that. No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Snake!
Naomi!
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox Dye was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?